I was standing over a cheap grill in my apartment courtyard, flipping chicken thighs that were 2 days from expiring, when the lie unraveled in front of me. It was supposed to be tradition, our 4th of July barbecue. Ribs, fireworks, stories, and the chaotic joy only a big family can create. But this year, my parents texted, "We're just laying low." My dad added, quoting my aunt, "Nobody has the energy. Let's skip it." I adapted, picked up a $6 tray of meat, threw some frozen corn on the grill, and played some old music to fake the vibe. Then my phone buzzed. Serena's Instagram. Party Popper Barbecue Bash 2K24. Family only. Live stream. I tapped it, thinking maybe it was an old clip. It wasn't. The screen lit up with colored lights. A DJ booth in my parents' backyard. Long tables with red and white checkered cloths. Kids with sparklers. Glasses clinking. Cousins, aunts, uncles, everyone but me. Even the uncle I had cut ties with years ago was there, grabbing ribs from my mother. I stood frozen, spatula in hand, as the camera zoomed on Serena dancing beside the grill. I had helped my dad build that backyard with my tax refund 2 summers ago. Not a word, not a call, not even a pity text. I turned the grill off, let the food get cold, and sat on the balcony staring at the screen until the battery died. I didn't cry. This wasn't a mistake. This was a choice. They hadn't forgotten me. They had excluded me. I'm Danielle. And if you've ever been the family's emotional ATM, the dependable daughter, the one holding the rope while everyone climbs out, then you know the burn I felt wasn't from the grill. It was betrayal. I was the fixer, the quiet one, the girl who paid bills no one thanked her for, who wired tuition money, handled emergencies, stayed strong while being taken for granted. Strong, they said. Reliable, they said. But strong meant invisible. Every family celebration, every achievement, every gift I gave, it was theirs, never mine. And that barbecue? That was proof. They didn't need me emotionally. They needed my presence in theory, my credit card in reality. Watching the stream, seeing coordinated shirts, the playlists I wasn't added to, the recipes I wasn't asked for. It wasn't an accident. It was intentional. I had offered to help, even host. They said no, then partied like I didn't exist. The final blow came from a cousin's DM. "Didn't know you weren't coming." Serena just shrugged, as if I were a last-minute guest, as if I hadn't been deliberately erased. Something inside me snapped. Not rage. Clarity. They weren't going to change. They weren't going to see me, value me, or thank me. They liked it this way. I realized, I'm not their daughter. I'm their bank. And even banks close accounts, because valuing me would mean admitting what they'd taken. And people like that? They don't like facing the ones they drained. They just text when the bills are due. I closed the app, turned off the lights, and stared into the dark. I wasn't just left out. I was done. At 8:13 a.m. the next morning, my phone buzzed. "Dad. Hey, sweetheart. Can you send over the $4,600 for the utility bills this month? We're really counting on you." No good morning. No apology. No hint about the fireworks I watched over a house I used to call home. Just entitlement wrapped in sweetheart. I stared at it, thumb hovering, heat building in my chest. Not the kind that makes you scream. The kind that makes you decide. $4,600. Not gas. Not an emergency. A full expectation. And suddenly, I saw it clearly. They didn't feel guilty. They didn't see the party as a lie because, in their minds, nothing was wrong. I wasn't a daughter. Not a sister. Just a reliable safety net who'd always say yes. I read the text again. "We're really counting on you." They weren't asking, they were betting on me. After every exclusion, every slight, every forgotten birthday, I had come through. Always. Until now. I typed 2 words. Trembling hands, not from fear, but from finally saying what I'd swallowed 100 times. Not anymore. No emojis. No explanation. Just those words. Sent. The responses came fast. "Dad." "Excuse me? Dad again. What does that mean?" Group chat exploded. "Mom. Danielle, are you okay?" "Serena. Can someone call her? She's being dramatic. I ignored them. That afternoon, I did what I should have done years ago. Canceled every auto transfer, every monthly contribution.
Gone.
Every penny they expected went into a new savings account, mine. That evening, Serena posted a story. Some people forget where they came from, with a vague image of tearing up a check. I laughed. Forget where I came from?
No.
I just remembered who I was before I learned love had to be earned with a wallet. Before I became the family's quiet sponsor. Before they built joy around me while pretending I didn't exist. I wasn't begging to be included anymore. Let them wonder why the ATM stopped spitting out affection. I wasn't waiting for an apology. I was building a life that didn't need one. The first week, silence. They assumed I'd cave like always. I didn't. No texts. No calls. No Instagram stalking. Just silence. Then cracks appeared. Mom sent a voice note. Danielle, we're worried. You're being distant. We didn't mean to hurt you.
Wrong.
They meant to exclude me. Dad followed with, I hope this attitude doesn't cost you the people who love you most. The people who love me? You mean the ones who threw a party pretending I didn't exist and demanded $4,600 the next day?
Right.
My reply, nothing. I muted them. Changed notifications. No pings, no alerts, no guilt. I made space for one person, my little brother Jesse. He texted, Are you okay? I told him the truth. Yeah, I'm more okay than ever. That was enough. The rest of the family? They flailed. Aunt Maya, Serena, Mom, they tried every trick. GoFundMes, calls, messages.
Blocked. Ignored.
Meanwhile, I booked a weekend getaway. Massage, silk robe, ocean view, all paid with the money I would have sent them. I started living for me. Journals, plants, book club.
Peace.
One night, Serena posted, When you finally put yourself first, selfish people call you changed. I laughed so hard it almost spilled my takeout. They couldn't believe I'd stopped pouring into a family that treated me like a faucet, on when they were thirsty, off when they were full. But I wasn't a faucet anymore. I was a flood, and they were about to feel the drought they created. The first real sign came in my email, a forwarded notice from the power company addressed to my parents. Urgent. The second notice came. Scheduled shut-off pending. Not even sent to me. Dad just forwarded it with a single line. This is what happens when you ignore your responsibilities. I laughed out loud, sitting in a coffee shop with a $7 lavender latte I didn't feel guilty about. This man, my father, was trying to shame me for no longer carrying his load. I deleted the email. 2 days later, Serena texted, You're making everything harder than it has to be. No apology, no reflection. Just blame.
Typical.
Then came the social media shift. Her feed, once full of selfies and passive-aggressive party photos, went dark. Instead, I got tagged in a gossip post. Cole family GoFundMe sparks backlash. Sister of viral barbecue snubbed from fundraiser. Comments noted how I had once paid their bills, and now they wanted my money. Their GoFundMe raised $92 of a $10,000 goal. Requests for interviews flooded my inbox. Podcasts, news features. I declined. My revenge wasn't viral. It was living well. I posted one photo. Me on a balcony in a silk robe, coffee in hand, ocean behind me. No caption. Enough said. Texts came fast. Serena, you think you're better than us now? Mom, you're embarrassing the family. I didn't respond. Silence was louder. Jesse, my little brother, texted. They're freaking out. Dad's blaming everyone. Mom keeps crying. Serena deleted Instagram. I asked, How are you holding up? His reply, Better now. I think I needed to see all this. I used to think you were moody, but now I get it. You were exhausted. That was it. That was my confirmation. I hadn't wanted to destroy them. I wanted to stop disappearing for them. Weeks passed. No guilt texts. No calls. No GoFundMe links. Silence healed me. I filled it with things that made me feel alive. Yoga, writing in my blog, laughing at movies, solo trips, buying art, paying myself the $4,600 they demanded. I volunteered at a local food drive, something our family had once done together, but this time I went alone. I created a small fund for single women struggling with toxic families. No red tape, just support. One woman whispered, "It means a lot that someone shows up. Thank you." And I realized I had spent years showing up for people who only opened doors when they wanted something. Now I showed up for people who were grateful I knocked. That night, Jesse texted, "I'm proud of you, Danny. You made it out." I cried. I had made it out of the trap of being the reliable one. Out of a house where love had terms and loyalty expired. I was finally giving fully, not because I had to, but because I wanted to. Weeks later, a letter arrived from my parents, asking for a mature conversation, to put the past behind us. I replied, "The past made me strong. The present makes me free. I don't hate you. I'm just not coming back." No drama. No revenge fantasy. Just peace. Priceless, untouchable peace. They taught me to give everything, and I finally gave to myself. Not because I stopped loving them, but because I started loving me.